Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Thursday episode. Today we are going to mute our phones so we don't get the messages cranking up on there. All right, it's Not Your Echo Chamber podcast. Today's Thursday episode with me and Matthew. We get all the juicy us opinions that you didn't get from the previous show. So it's me and Matthew today. Say hello, co-host.
Hello, co-host.
Thank you for that very sarcastic answer. So this podcast, pretty much should already know what it is at this point, but we're supposed to do the introduction and everything. So find us on our Twitters and at NoEchoPod. Tweet us draft ideas, media review ideas, new segment ideas, any comments or whatever. Comment and subscribe on YouTube, Not Your Echo Chamber Podcast, and comment and review and vote in our Spotify polls. We're actually going to have a weekly update today. We're gonna do a draft later, and then in the middle we're gonna have our main event, which is we're gonna be doing our March Madness brackets live on the podcast that will be released not live. And quick thing here, I'd just like to review the poll that I was not on the podcast to gloat about, but I dominated, honestly.
Yeah, you really did.
Because I came out full force. I don't know everybody who voted for me, but I got 5 votes, and that's like you and Jeremiah's votes combined is about half of what I got. just gloating right there.
You did very well, very well.
Also, but thank you guys because you are commenting now, and I am stoked about the fact that you guys are commenting more and more participation in the polls. Last week's poll was the most turnout we've had for a poll since our very first episode. So, thank you guys for definitely showing up in that way. So yeah, that's basically what it's going to be today. You want to get started with our weekly updates?
Let's do it.
Do you have yours? Because I can get started with mine if you don't.
I have one weekly update. So this last week I was absent. I was down in Missouri, where it was much beautiful weather than it is here.
Till the end.
Yeah, till the end. So I was down there for a basketball tournament. We won 3 out of 5 games. So we were 3-2. Brought home a 4-foot tall trophy.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun. Made some memories. Fellowship with the team.
Basketball team, yep.
Yep.
Down there for nationals.
Yep. That was about it. That's all I really got because that was my whole week.
All right, yeah, that's true. You were gone the whole week. I got Matthew, what do they call it? Depravity. I was Matthew deprived for a week, so I just had to find solace in Pepsi Zero or something. Anyways, my weekly updates. I have 3. I have some pretty good ones here, but honestly, maybe just narrow it down to 2. So this first one is based on an interaction I had at Subway with a customer. So there's this lady that comes in all the time. She's wearing a mask, and she comes with her son who wears masks. They usually get a snack. They get
How
like
romantic.
they get like.
Oh.
That's so long.
How cute.
Yeah, that's true. That's the word. So basically they come in, they're both wearing masks, and I asked my coworker about it once, and apparently she's a teacher. So big surprise, the teacher coming in wearing masks. Still in the year 2025, 5 years later, still wearing masks. Anyways, I mean, it's whatever. Make your own choice during flu season or whatever season it is. But so one thing that really got me, I didn't even know what to say.
Got your ears grinding?
Not necessarily. So they came in, they were ordering like a foot-long churro, which we already got rid of those, but we still have some left in stock so people can have them, and also a foot-long cookie. And it is our protocol to give the customers the option of having a fork and knife with a foot-long cookie.
Okay.
And they're plastic. So I get both prepared, and I give them to him. I ring him up, and at the very end, I said, "Would you like a fork and knife with that?" And he said, "Fork, maybe." I said, "Maybe not. Do we have a fork and knife at home?" And she said, "We have a fork. We probably don't have a knife though." And I was just like, "Hold on, you don't have a butter knife at your house? You don't have like any kind of knife at your house?" And I'm like, did she really take the woke teacher thing to the extreme or whatever? Because she's like,
did you actually ask her if she had a knife at her house?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
But she said, "I don't think we even have a knife at our house." And then I got thinking about it. So they don't even have like the simplest kind of knife that would be needed to cut a soft cookie. They don't have a knife that could cut a soft cookie. They don't have like a steak knife. They don't have like a butter knife. Then it occurred to me, she's a teacher. They're probably not eating steak or butter. They're probably eating TV dinners. That's probably why they don't have a knife at home. But like, not even like a pen knife or like
What's a penknife?
like one of those small knives that you would like just stick in your
Oh,
pocket, or like not like those fancy knives that you can get at the places, but like one of the Swiss Army knives or
yeah,
anything like that. Any like
nothing.
tool. Like, so wait, you don't have a single knife at your house? It just blew my mind that they said. I don't even know if we have a knife. Like, not even the dullest of knives that can't kill anybody at all. Ugh, just people taking the knife thing like the fact that you own a weapon just immediately kills people to the extreme. It's just so stupid. And
Oh,
like
that's your
it's
whole purpose for owning a knife is to kill someone.
yeah, definitely, yeah. Even if it's just a butter knife or like a plastic knife. And you know what they said? They said, no, we don't need the knife. Turn away the knife. They don't want it. I will not have a plastic knife in my house. uh, anyway, my other update was me and our friend Lucas were playing a little Bed Wars. We were playing it on my computer, trading off. He play, then I play around. He play around. Anyways, the bed eventually the other team's bed got destroyed. If you know the mechanic of Bed Wars is based around the Minecraft mechanic that you respawn wherever your last bed was. So it's built on that. It's like Sky Wars. Like you're trying to like it's like Skyblock where you're trying to hit people off the edge into the infinite void where they die or just kill them, and then they go back to their bed and you're trying to destroy their bed so they don't respawn. Basically,
Seems like a kind of a ruthless game.
it
If
is
you think
pretty
about it.
ruthless. It's
I would try to destroy your bed so you can't respawn.
it is a video game, so you know how those can be. Anyway, the other team's bed gets destroyed, so this is while I'm playing, and then I go over to the other side. I'm like, all right, now we can just keep killing him. If we die, we just keep coming back and cutting them down. Anyway, I come back. There's only 2 players left alive on the 4-player team. I go there and I look in the bed. There's the small 2 block down hole, and the other 2 guys are just sitting in there. And I just spammed them out, and we won.
Nice.
It was the dumbest thing. I was in hysterics. I couldn't even believe it. Like the Bed Wars, they were just both in the hole, just sitting in there. I'm like, you want to lose? Anyways, that was my weekly update. All right, that's enough for weekly updates. Are you ready to get on to our sports ball update for this week?
Oh yeah, stoked.
Let's do this. All right, the sports ball update. We are going to be doing live drafting of our March Madness brackets. Are you ready for this?
Oh yeah, March Madness is one of my favorite times of the year.
Honestly, I didn't. This is my 3rd year of March Madness.
Nice. I'm so proud of you.
Last year, I did hold pretty strong at the top. I think I dropped to like 7th or something.
You did a World Watch bracket, didn't you? And weren't you like at the top for a while?
For World Watch, yeah, news aggregator, by the way. They actually, my mom did it, and she was 3rd place in like this 2,000 person March Madness
Yeah, that was
bracket.
pretty impressive.
That was super impressive. She got a mug, and that had
Nice.
said "Good morning" on it. So
If for all you, it's a World Watch is a homeschool. It's not. No, it's
not,
Christian based. It's a Christian based news perspective.
yeah,
So it
like
gives you a 10-minute blurb of news every day on in a Christian perspective.
yeah, it's really good. Highly suggest it. Anyway, this has been Media Review. Moving
Yeah.
on to the Sports Ball Update. All right, might as well work our way through here.
So first matchup, we're gonna start in the West. We got the Florida versus I'm guessing that's abbreviation or something, but I'm not. I don't know the abbreviation.
All right, so Florida.
We got the number one versus number 16 seed.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna base this off of. I hate Florida. He's a bad rapper. He was in the Kesha song, so I'm gonna go for Norfolk.
Norfolk.
Locking it in.
I'm gonna go for Florida because they're the number one seed.
Oh, well, come on, upset.
Next year we got UConn versus Oklahoma.
UConn versus. I'm gonna go UConn. Solid.
I got Oklahoma. UConn's kind of been trash all season. I've watched a couple of their games. They haven't been too good.
We own a SUV. It's a UConn, so that's why.
Oh yeah, I guess.
I've been enjoying country music lately, so I'll pick Memphis versus Colorado State.
I got Memphis. Yeah, I got Memphis too. I can go with you there.
All right.
We got
Maryland versus Grand Canyon. I've been to the Grand Canyon. It's cool, so I picked Grand Canyon.
I love your logic here.
Ooh, I can't wait for this next one. What's your pick for Maryland Grand Canyon?
I got Maryland.
All right, Missouri Drake. I'm going Drake, baby. I feel bad after the Super Bowl, and I'm with him. I stand in solidarity.
Okay, to be fair, I'm picking Drake because they've only lost 3 games.
Oh dang, that's pretty good.
They haven't. So the reason they're ranked so low is because they haven't played anyone that good. But like they've only lost 3 games. So
Texas Tech versus UNC Wilmington. I'm gonna go Texas Tech
yeah,
because I've gone to Texas and it's cool there.
Texas.
All right, Kansas versus Arkansas. Do you want the regular Kansas or the Arkansas? I'm gonna go Kansas because it's OG, and Arkansas seems like a copy.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Well, the thing is with these March Madness brackets, you gotta go for the upsets sometimes with these close ones because upsets is where you get the points at.
Mm.
My,
So
my uncle got married in Arkansas.
yes, join me. All right, St. John's versus Omaha. Honestly,
Oh, gotta go for the
I
Christians.
got St. John. John was a great saint, probably one of my favorites. Wrote the best gospel, probably. All right.
All right, moving on to the South.
All right, moving on to the South.
You know, we got Alabama and we got Ulst.
Alabama versus
Alst.
Alist SFU.
No, it's Auburn.
Auburn.
Yeah, I just saw the A and
Auburn.
I assumed it's Alabama. I'm gonna go for Auburn. They have some dogs in their team.
That's true. All right, next we got Louisville versus Creighton. Um, honestly, I don't like the Cardinals, so I'm
Yeah,
very tempted to go Creighton.
I'm just gonna go Creighton. They have a blue jay in the front of their logo. It's pretty cool.
Michigan, that's true. Michigan versus San Diego. San Diego. I'm gonna go San Diego because I hear it's the best place in
Also,
California.
Michigan beat Wisconsin, so I'm gonna go for.
Now we got Texas A&M versus Yale, and I'm surprised that Yale does well, but I'm going Texas because I love Texas.
And Yale is very woke.
That's true. So I hope they lose. We got Ole Miss, which is like what I call my grandma, and SDSU UNC. I'm
I
gonna go
think
for
that's
grandma.
San Diego State.
Oh, is it? Well, I'm going
Yeah,
for grandma.
yeah. Let's go, grandmas.
Let's go, grandma. All right, we got Iowa State versus Lipscomb. I would never comb my lips.
Lipscomb.
Who combs their lips? Iowa State.
Iowa State.
It's hairy lips. I mean, above your lip is hairy.
Not.
I shaved for the first time the other day. Speaking of hairy lips, and now I don't have to lip
Thanks
comb.
for sharing.
Marquette versus New Mexico. Oh yeah,
Marquette
baby.
sucks.
No, I'm locking in Marquette. I
I'm
got
going
it.
for the Mexicans.
The New Mexicans. Michigan State versus Bryant.
Kobe.
Go for Kobe.
No, I'm going Michigan
Yeah, me
State.
too. And there's no way I'm giving that up. All right, so now where are we moving
Now
on
moving
next?
on to the East.
The East. All right,
Yes, we got Duke versus.
Duke versus Almont.
Yeah, I got Duke.
I
Duke
mean,
is crazy. Cooper
Duke.
Flag.
I know a horse named Duke, so I'll do that.
I know. One of my coworkers' brothers is Duke. we got Miss Ole Miss. No, I think that's Mississippi State.
We got Miss with 3
That's
S's.
Mississippi State
Mississippi
versus
State.
Baylor. I'll go
Uh,
for Baylor because
Just for North Carolina's sake. Come on, guys.
I'll go for Baylor because my aunt works at Baylor.
Oh, that's precious.
She's a
to me.
deacon.
It's nice.
Deacon.
All right, we got Oregon versus
versus
Liberty.
Liberty.
Honestly, in the battle of Oregon versus Liberty, I'm going Liberty every
Yes,
time.
Liberty.
And when it comes to either Portland or Liberty, I'm going Liberty, baby.
We got Arizona and Arkin.
Oh, I'm going Arizona. No question about that.
I've been to Arizona a couple. No, I've never been to Arizona. I'm going Arkin actually.
Yes, yes. All right, now we got BYU and VCU. Whatever those
VCU,
are.
is that like a VCR?
VCRs were pretty good, but I'm going
BYU is
BYU.
very woke though, so
Oh, then we got to go VCU.
yeah.
We
BYU is
don't
a
want
woke.
those women men basketball players out there.
We got Wisconsin and Montana.
Is Wisconsin doing that well this year?
Yeah, they're doing pretty good.
Okay, then let's go Cheeseheads.
Cheeseheads.
Now we got St. Mary's and Vanderbilt. So this one will determine whether or not you're a Catholic.
Yeah. Still Christian based though.
Yeah, that's true. So we got to give them credit for that. I'm going St.
But
Mary's.
this is like shout out to Josh Collier.
Really?
They're not wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm gonna go Vanderbilt.
All right, sure.
Actually, yeah. No.
This is your your hardest one is St. Mary's versus Vanderbilt.
Well, St. Mary's is 17-1 in their conference, and Vanderbilt is 18-10 or 8-10.
Let's go. Son of God.
Bama versus Robert.
Sorry, Rob.
Sorry, Robert.
Rob-
Go Bama.
All right, now let's go to the Midwest.
Midwest.
Houston for the Midwest. All right.
Houston versus
Um.
Stewie.
All right.
You're good, Houston.
Let's go Houston.
Houston, we have a Stewie.
Now we got Gonzaga, which sounds like some kind of mutated evil thing.
Sounds like a drag queen.
It does.
Gonzaga versus Georgia Bulldogs.
And they stole the logo from the Green Bay Packers. So disrespect.
Yeah.
I'm going against them.
Go Dogs. Actually, they're both dogs.
That's true. Clemson versus McNeese.
McNeese.
Miss McNeese. I'm going to Clemson because I don't have a niece in Ireland, so I don't have a McNeese. All right,
Purdue
Purdue.
versus hyped.
Purdue.
Well, I'm hyped for hyped. I'm going hyped.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, Illinois versus Texas Xavier.
I'm gonna go. Well, you do like your Texas teams.
That's true.
Illinois right next to us. I mean, bleep that out. We're getting going.
Be any state. Illinois touches like 6.
Oh
Fine.
yeah, it's
You can
okay.
move to the south and
I'm
the
going.
north.
Illinois.
Or Texas.
Texas. I'll go Texas.
All right, now we got Kentucky and Troy. Honestly, the Trojan horse didn't work, and it was full of bad guys.
Oh, it's right.
Kentucky and Troy.
Let's go Kentucky.
Yeah, let's do Kentucky. UCLA versus Utah State. Honestly, UCLA has name power for me. I'm like, oh, I know what that is. It's the University of Claw.
University of California, Los Angeles.
I knew that.
I think it's what it is. I could be wrong.
No, that sounds right. All right, now we got.
I'm gonna go Utah State.
Nice. We got Tennessee.
Because I'm different.
We got Tennessee Wofford.
Versus Woff.
Let's go country music.
Country roads
Take me home to the place
where I belong, West Virginia. All right, let's go south.
Let's do it.
Auburn. So I have Auburn versus Creighton. What do you have?
Auburn versus Creighton.
Oh, you do have that too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got Auburn. They're too good.
I have San Diego versus
I have Cal versus Texas A&M. I like Texas A&M for this, I guess.
I'll do San Diego.
San Diego.
Ole Miss and Iowa State.
I have Ole Miss and Iowa State as well. I've got. Do we want Miss? Do you want Grandma?
I think we should go for the Ole Miss.
Go for Grandma.
Go for Grandma. Let's go, Grandma. And I'm just gonna keep taking Marquette because honestly.
Michigan State. I'm gonna go Michigan State.
All right. Where are we going next?
The West.
West. All right.
I got Florida and Oklahoma. Florida.
Yeah. I got Norfolk and UConn. Going UConn.
Oh yeah, you stupidly big.
Hey, Norfolk. Hey, if they get one win, at least they get slapped down after that.
We got Memphis and.
I've got Memphis and Grand Canyon. I'm gonna go Grand Canyon because I've been there.
I'm gonna go Memphis.
And next I got Drake.
Texas Tech.
Drake is not looking good right now.
I'm going Drake.
But I'm doing it just for yucks.
They've only lost 3 games.
And then clearly St. John's.
Oh yeah,
after that, so St. John's versus Arkansas.
And then let's go up to the East. Where I've got Duke and Baylor.
I'm just gonna go Baylor. Well, no,
I got Duke.
Duke is better. All right, Liberty, Arizona is what I have next.
I have Liberty versus Arkin.
Let's just both hope for Liberty.
A 12 and a 13 seed. I'm gonna go.
I'm all about that Liberty.
Let's go for Liberty. Liberty all the way.
Liberty. That's the
Wisconsin versus VCU.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, gotta go Wisconsin.
Just for the. And now, do we want to do St. Mary's here?
No, Bama.
Bama? All right, Bama country.
I don't even have St. Mary's winning that.
Nice. Now we got Houston, Gonzaga.
Let's go Houston. I'm gonna go Houston.
Sure, why not?
I don't care about the dogs that much.
I got Clemson, Purdue.
I got Clemson versus hyped.
I'm doing Purdue, obviously.
I'm going Clemson.
All right, now we got Texas is Xavier and Kentucky is my next.
I got Texas and Kentucky.
Although it looks like UK.
Yeah, it is the UK.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna
do the UK all the way.
And we got UCLA and Texas.
I got Utah State and
Or
Tennessee.
Tennessee, I'm sorry, Tennessee. That's what I meant. Let's do Tennessee.
I'm doing Tennessee for country music. All right, now
Control.
we've got the elite. What do we got? The elite eight here?
All right,
No,
so I got
Sweet 16.
all right. I got Auburn and San Diego.
I got Auburn and Texas A&M. Wait, what seed is San Diego?
No idea.
Is there a little number next to them?
I have no idea. I got way different stats than you do.
Okay, well, let me see here. San Diego is 12 seed. Nice.
All right, let's do it.
I've got Auburn. Auburn's too good.
All right. Now we got Ole Miss. Going to keep going with it's either Grandma or Marquette for me. You're in a better spot because you have
Michigan State. I'm gonna go
Marquette. Sorry, Grandma.
Michigan State.
Sorry,
Grandma. You lose to Michigan.
End of the line, Grandma. But
let's go down to the West. We got Florida and Memphis.
I got UConn Grand Canyon. Clearly going with UConn there.
I'm gonna go for Memphis here.
Now I've got the ultimate battle going on because I got Drake and St. John. Do you want the Bible or
Drake has only lost 3 games, but St. John's only lost 4. So I got St. John's.
I got St. John. Sorry, Drake.
Drake, if you're a Christian, maybe.
Yeah. Didn't he have a Christian song?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. All right, Duke Liberty.
Wait, apparently we're the only one that has Liberty this far.
Oh, God.
0% of people have Liberty that came this far.
Well, you know what? Liberty's jingle sucks, so this is the end of the line.
I mean, Duke. Duke Blue
Right.
Devils.
Next, we got Wisconsin and Alabama.
Wisconsin sucks. They would never make it this far.
That's true. Bama country.
Bama country.
All right. Now we got Houston, Purdue.
Clemson.
I'm going to keep going with Purdue. I'm going to take you to the top.
I got Houston here.
Because they've been doing some upsets. All right, we got Kentucky, Tennessee.
Kentucky, Tennessee.
Or UK, Tennessee.
I don't know. I'm going to pick Tennessee because they're the only 10 I see.
Baby! All right. Now, what are we on?
I got Auburn and Michigan State.
I got Auburn and Marquette.
I'm going to do Auburn.
Honestly.
Remember what happened when I picked Marquette to go to the Final Four? They got out first round.
Nah, sorry.
Memphis versus St. John.
I got UConn and St. John. I'm going to go St. John. Let's go, best gospel.
I'm going to go Memphis. Memphis is Memphis. All right, then we got Duke versus Bama.
I got Purdue, Tennessee. Sorry, Purdue. Kicking you off the train there. Tennessee. And I got Duke, Alabama.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm going Duke.
Yeah. I see Tennessee making a run. They usually do pretty good.
We got the Final Four here now.
The Final Four.
I got Auburn, St. John, Duke, and Tennessee.
I got Auburn, Memphis, and Duke, St. John's.
All right, I'm going to say Auburn.
Or Duke, Tennessee, sorry.
I got Auburn, then I'm going to say Tennessee.
No, I got Duke. Duke's some dogs. They have a flag. Best player in the nation.
All right, now, this is a championship. I got Auburn, Tennessee. Who you picking?
I got Duke or Auburn. I'm going to pick Duke.
I'm going Tennessee. Enter your score prediction for the tiebreaker. What is that?
Combined score. So what do you think the final score would be for both teams combined? Oh. Honestly, I see it being a low-scoring game, so I'm going to do like 89.
56.
Submit.
30.
My bracket's in. All Play for prizes. Ooh.
All right.
Nice.
Now, we have 15 minutes before I can get to work, so there's no way we're doing a draft today. Sorry, guys. Our draft is going to have to wait. But that's nice. We got our March Madness brackets done live on the podcast. We got a
pretty fun.
Nice little episode for Thursday. Sorry that we didn't get to do a draft there, but I really totally forgot we had a mic on, though.
I did too.
I was just talking. We were doing it. All right. But, yeah. That looks like all for today. Oh, dang it. I forgot. We were supposed to drink bubblers on the podcast.
Oh.
Shoot. Anyways.
Well, it's not too late.
No, I got some Pepsi I'm gonna drink later, so might as well not.
Don't want to mix that.
I got Pepsi Zero. Hey, listener, if you can tell me what movie that's from, I'll the first person to tell me what movie that line from the song is in the comments in Spotify, I will respond to that with my email and then we can get in contact. And if you send me your home address, I'll send you something special from the show. So our first merch from the show, I actually got that ordered, and it's going to be in soon, so I can start doing contests and stuff. So if you, that's our first contest. If you tell me what that's from,
I didn't know we had merch.
We do. We've got one thing so far, and you'll be kind of surprised. You'll be like, merch when we get it. Anyways, so first person to comment what the answer to that thing is, I will give you a piece of our merch.
Nice.
Anyways, make sure to share our podcast with a friend. The fastest and best way we can expand and become better is if you share this baller podcast with your friends and family. Oh yeah, baller. I wrote that in the docs. All right. Also, make sure to vote in the Spotify polls and comment on the episode. Give us feedback that will help us improve and expand. And you guys have been doing excellent on that. Just even commenting on there.
Comment on the podcast. We'll have Christopher put a poll down there of which bracket you think. Which one of our brackets is better?
Yep. And also remember, you can only do one Spotify comment. So if you want to win the contest, make sure you lock that in and get it right.
Remind them what the contest is?
Oh, I said that I was drinking some Pepsi Zero. You have to tell me what movie that song is from.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah, so
I participate.
you technically can, because it's going to be pretty difficult. So basically, first person who does that in the comments, we'll get in.
Can I look it up?
I will attach. Yeah, you can search all over the internet to figure it out. I will attach my email to that comment, and then we can get in contact about getting your address and sending the piece of merch out to you.
Nice.
So yeah, this is going to be pretty cool. Thank you for joining us on today's episode. I'm really glad we got to record this. It's a bit of a buzzer beater episode, honestly, because
nice little blurb for a Thursday.
Burp on a Thursday. Thursday is the burp of days.
A little 30-minute.
That's true. All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. Share our podcast, and I guess we'll see you guys later.
See you later. Bye.
Hold on.
Now we have awkward silence as we do stuff.
I forgot we were on a podcast for a second there. All right, I did it. All right, I did my bracket there. We all good, G?